Hidden away in the forest was a large treehouse. Ryker, myself, and our dad spent over a month building it when we were both little. We even in fact bought the land that it sat on. After that, it became our secret hideout, a place where Ryker and I could escape to just relax. As soon as Sasha and I got close, Ryker jumped down from a tree. Finally? I was worried something had happened to you. I was worried one of those greedy bastards got you. What are you talking about? Haven't you heard? You have a price on your head. Mayor Aretha made an announcement saying that there'd be a reward for anyone who brought you or your mom to the school. What? Why would Mayor Aretha do that? Beats me, but it worried me. We need to get you out of town fast. No, we have to go back. What? Are you nuts? We have to save my mom. You said the bounty's on her as well. If we leave her behind, she'll die. Evan. I'm not leaving my mom behind to die. Ryker, try to understand, this is Evan. He can be stubborn. Darn right, and I refuse to budge on this. I'll go myself if neither of you will come with me. Fine, I'm not about to let you go on a suicide mission. But I'm warning you, man, things are completely different. It's like we entered a savage world. People are killing each other and turning on each other over food, water, and light. People are hoarding away those items. I can understand food and water, but light? They don't want to be in the darkness. I can understand their feelings. I frowned. I suppose it made sense. How are we doing on supplies? We have some snacks in the treehouse and 2 flashlights and whatever you brought. Just another flashlight. I could go back to my house and ask my parents to give us some... No. No, we must not go back there, ever. You don't want to hurt their own supplies. Well, I suppose that is true. So we don't have a lot. What about your house, Evan? Well, we should have some stuff. Dad tried to plan ahead for the worst. So if we hit your house, we can get some supplies? Isn't that dangerous? Wouldn't they be watching Evan's house? Probably, but we don't have a lot of choices. I don't care about that right now. I want to make sure my mom is safe. Priorities, Evan. Say that again and I'll punch you. He was saying the supplies were more important than my mom. Ryker had changed. He was taking everything so serious right now. I miss the old Ryker, actually. Fine, we'll go and check up on your mom first. Thank you. Hey Ryker, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna come with us out of town? The only thing I care about is making sure you're safe, Evan. You're my best friend, and the only one I still care about in this world. He kinda dodged my question and ran off. He was holding his dad's shotgun. It's kinda all the more disturbing when you consider the fact that it was actually Evan who ended up killing his family, or strangling his sister anyway. I don't know if Ryker realized that himself yet, but pretty weird. We managed to make it to the library without incident. I grabbed the door handle and pulled. It was locked. I pounded on the door trying to get someone's attention from inside. We waited, but there was no response. I've got a bad feeling. Come on, Ryker, help me break open the door. Ryker handed his shotgun over to Sasha and helped me break through. The library is brightly lit up with candles and lanterns, but something caught my eye right away. Red. Red. Red, 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 red. Red was everywhere. What had happened here? Everyone was dead. It was a bloodbath. I felt the bodies. They were ice cold. They had been dead for a long time. They could have been dead for days already. Mom. I felt Sasha's hand on my shoulder. I'm so sorry, Evan. Shouldn't you be the one to say that to my baby? She lost her parents too, but she doesn't even get to know. That isn't really fair now, is it? I shook my head and broke away from Sasha. You don't have to be strong all the time, Evan. It's okay. It wasn't about strength, it was about guilt. Comforting the murderer who killed your parents, regarding his own, it just caused guilt to rise in a horrid feeling inside. Now someone feels guilty, huh? If you really felt that way, why don't you tell her? Tell her what happened. Wait, you can't. That proves you don't really care about her feelings. You just want her to stay by your side as your pillar of support. That's not true. It's not. Then tell her. I refuse. Evan, look at this. I broke away from my thoughts and walked over to her, where Sasha was standing, right next to my mom's corpse. I didn't want to look at it. Her body had various slash marks all over. Look, there's a note with your name on it. Sasha pointed to a piece of paper in my mom's hand. I reached down and took it. I unfolded it and read. Evan, beware the darkness. Watch out for... They're not... Don't trust... I couldn't make sense of it. There were so many blood splatters on it that it completely covered up the words in most places. Well, let's consider that for a second. Just scroll back for a second. Beware the darkness, watch out for R. Well, whose name begins with an R? The first thought, the mayor's name is Aretha, but there's also Ryker. I don't know, man. Something disturbing could be in the works. And they're not what? Not human? Could be that way. I couldn't make any sense of it. R. It was obviously a name. I closed my eyes for a moment and thought about it. A person's name started with an R that Mom would feel she had to warn me about. Mayor Retha. Or the guy who's right next to you, Ryker. Just saying. That makes sense, with the roar she put up just now. That must be it. Thanks for the note, Mom, but I already know this, but I'll hold it close. I put the note away in my pocket. What are you doing, Ryker? Checking to make sure the coast is clear. We need to keep moving. Don't you care about Evan? He's suffering. He just lost his mom. Yeah, I understand. It's tragic, but I won't let him die here. I'm making sure he survives no matter what. Survive for what purpose? I don't know. Does Ryker know something more? If he is the one we have to look out for, maybe he knows that we're needed for something? Ryker. I put my arm on her shoulder. It's okay. Are you sure? I nodded. I live on for Mom and Dad's sake. However, I want to make one last stop. You're killing me. I want to stop by my house. I want to take a memento of my parents. Come on, is that... This is important, Ryker. Fine. Thanks. This was my house, right? Or well, it used to be. The place had been torn apart, things thrown everywhere, furniture broken. Just not long ago, this had been my home. My family had so many happy memories here, I could still see them. Looking at the place made me think of my family. I shook off my past feelings. I came in here for a picture. I wanted the family photo we had just taken before Alana went off to college. I wanted that photo, the one of us all smiling together. Sasha walked over to me and handed me something. My heart sank. It was the photo I'd been looking for. But it was not what I wanted. Someone had torn it and defaced it with a red marker. Who would do something like that? Why? For what reason? What did my family do? We can't even have a photo of us smiling and being happy? And then I realized it. For the first time in a long while, I was crying. Mom, Dad, it isn't fair. Sasha put her hand on me. No, I didn't have time for this. I couldn't. We needed to focus on surviving. That was what I kept telling myself, but the tears refused to stop. They continued on and on, like they had a mind of their own. It's okay, Evan. I'm right here. Let out your feelings. I couldn't look at her. I'd done something horrid to her. I'd taken away her parents. She shouldn't be comforting me. Evan, it'll be okay. I'm here for you. Only until she finds out the truth. And then everything will end. She won't. I won't let her. I'll take the secret to my grave. I'll do anything to prevent her from knowing the truth. We stepped out of my house without anything. Nothing? They ruined all the photos we could find, all the supplies taken as well. Damn. Well, we have to cut our losses and move on. Let's get going. We started walking from my house, and then I noticed something that snatched up my attention. Wait. What is it now? We need to keep moving. This area isn't safe. The gate to Antoinette's house was broken. Come on, we have to check on Antoinette. What? Why? Evan, you don't need to watch out for everyone. I'm sure she can take care of herself. I shook my head and headed over. She wasn't the type of person who could stand on her own. She was weak. She needed someone to help her. Her body was sick and she needed help. Yet I had tossed her away. I can't do that this time. Hold it, Evan. Ryker stood in my path. I'm not letting you continue down this path. You're gonna try and stop me? Look what happened to your dad for trying to protect people. You need to just let people take care of themselves. We need to focus on our survival right now. Get out of my way. No. Guys, stop. Ryker, if you don't move, I'll make you move. Ryker pointed his shotgun at me. I'm making sure you survive, even if that means I have to take drastic action. Ryker, Evan, stop this. Then shoot, because I'm going to Antoinette's house, and I'm making sure she's safe. We don't need another person to worry about. We barely have enough supplies as is. So you're saying I should just let her die because we don't have enough food? Yes, I am. When did your heart get so frozen, Ryker? I'm just doing what needs to be done. Someone needs to do the tough actions, and we both know you and Sasha aren't going to make those choices. In all that changing, you lost what made you my friend. Evan. Fine, we'll save her, but in the end you'll see that I was right when we all get into more trouble because of our lack of supplies. I'll let out a sigh. What if Ryker was right? If we don't have enough food for all of us, keeping our numbers low would be best, but I can't just turn away. I don't want to be that person. I'd rather be like my dad and help people until I die, than to turn a blind eye. We passed by the broken gate. It seemed to have been broken with someone forced their way in through it. Keep on guard, there could be danger inside. Sasha and I nodded as we followed behind Ryker. I'd just been in this garden 2 weeks ago, when it was still light. The scenery before was lively and beautiful, but now everything looked creepy. All the plants looked like they were just hiding sinister beings behind them. This is creepy. Stay on guard. And then Sasha's light uncovered something. It was a human, or rather it used to be. It had been mauled to pieces. Antoinette's bodyguards. I searched the area nearby with my own flashlight, revealed the fate of some of Antoinette's bodyguards. Aw, how horrid. They had been shot multiple times. They probably never gave up on protecting her until their last breath. Poor doggies. Ryker looked like he was trying to remain stoic like Reed, but he wasn't doing a good job. I put my hand on his shoulder. You don't have to be like this. I wanted to let him know that he didn't have to be the brave one. No, I'm not going to be the weak person I was before. Come on, let's keep moving. I let out a sigh and followed behind. The door was roughly broken open. We stepped over what was left of it and into the kitchen. I hope the people that live here are okay. I nodded. I was the only one who stopped to visit her once this nightmare happened. It was my responsibility to make sure she stayed safe. She had to be safe. She had to be. Poor Antoinette. She's in a better place now. Don't worry, son. You tried. One can only hope she didn't suffer. I already let so many people die. I could have saved them. Why did I keep failing? Antoinette, please be safe, please. We poked around the first floor but didn't find anyone, but the place had been torn apart. What now? Come on, this is a waste of time. No, we haven't even finished looking yet. Evan, it's clear what happened. Stop. Antoinette is fine. Don't you dare say it. Evan, you need to face the facts right now. Ryker, I'm starting to get ticked off by you. Evan, stop it. Sasha slapped me. Me? Ryker is just trying to help. So you're on his side? I'm not taking sides. That's what someone who's on the other side would say. Come on, let's get back to the base. Evan, you coming? You guys are heartless. I stared down at the floor as I followed behind them. Antoinette. Wait! Guys, stop, I thought I heard something. I shined my flashlight in the direction I heard the noise. There was a small closet. We didn't notice it before. In there! I rushed over to it and tried the door. It was locked. Antoinette! Antoinette! I called out to her and pounded on the door, but there was no response. She could have been in there for days. She might already be... Shut up. She's fine. I know she is. Then why doesn't she respond? She is alive. Shut up, Ryker. I began ramming the door with my shoulder. I had to break open the door. I would prove she was okay. You really aren't gonna leave, are you? She was alive. So I was wondering, are we friends now? You have to be. I'll be your friend. What? I'll be your friend. She had to be. Evan, when you leave today, promise you'll come back sometime and see me. Even with my family, I get lonely. I want to hear more about the world outside, even if I can never see it. Just hearing about it's enough. I'll do more than that. I'll introduce you to my friend and my girlfriend. I'll show you more people so you won't feel alone. Thank you. I'll burst open the door and save her. I don't need your pity. I don't need you. I don't. Have a nice life then, by yourself, alone in this darkness. She had to be alright. She just had to be. It can't end like this. I'd hurt her so bad. I had to make up for it. She had to be fine. Finally, I broke open the door. Inside, sitting on the ground, was Antoinette. She wasn't moving. No. Why am I always too late? I couldn't save Sierra, Dad, Mom, or Noelle. Why? Why couldn't I save anyone? Antoinette was holding something. It was dust. His body was scarred completely. Someone had taken a knife and brutalized him. Evan, look. Sasha pointed at Antoinette. She was alive. Well, more accurately, she looked dead. The only way you could tell she was even alive was the tears that ran down her face. Antoinette? Antoinette? I called out to her. She gazed up at me. Her eyes looked so lifeless. They kept coming at me, and they kept slashing dust. I kept hearing his cries of pain, his howls, and his whimpers, yet he never stopped. They never stopped protecting me. Why didn't they just run away? Antoinette began weeping into her hands. They'd all be alright, if only... They protected you because they loved you. I love them too. Antoinette hugged Dust's body. I love them so much. I didn't want them to die. They meant the world to me. She buried her face in Dust's fur and let out a scream that got mixed in with her wailing. Who would do such a thing? Why? We never hurt anyone. We never left our house. We were happy just being together. So why? Why would anyone break apart my family? Haven't I suffered enough? Did the one thing that meant anything to me, did it really have to be taken away from me? It's not fair. It isn't fair. I extended my hand to Antoinette. Antoinette, come with us. She slapped it away. No, I want to die. I don't want to live anymore. I've lost everything. My family was the only thing that mattered to me. I want to fade away. This defective body, it can finally be put to rest. Antoinette. I told you this was a waste of time. Ah! Ryker and I spun around at the sound of Sasha screaming. A large man was holding Sasha hostage with a knife at her throat, while another man stood to the side. I like how they don't have any eyes, though. Couldn't bother with that little detail. Hand over the shotgun. Ryker reluctantly followed the command. That's a good boy. And they managed to find the other hottie. We now have two. We don't have to share. Ugh. Creepers. The man holding Sasha sniffed her hair. Something was wrong with these two. You're sick. We need to get rid of these guys first. I don't swing that way. Hey, wait. That's that kid. You know, the one with the reward in his head. Let's just stick him somewhere until we're done, and then turn him in. We can kill the three of them afterwards. I growled, but didn't make a move. I couldn't. One false move and they'd slit Sasha's throat. Come on, boys. Down to the basement you go. Hey, girlie, stand up. He pointed the shotgun at Antoinette. Hey, leave her alone. The shotgun got pointed at my left arm. Be quiet or else. Aurora never said you had to be in perfect condition. Hey, girlie, get up or else you'll have another blood splatter to deal with, just like those poor little dogs. Her fists clenched Dust's fur. She reached for something behind her and then stood up. She looked like a zombie, just going through the motions of living. Alright, I'll take the boys to the basement. You get the girls upstairs, somewhere nice and cozy. I wanted to fight back, but for the moment I had to watch the man take Sasha and Antoinette up the stairs. I'd rescue them. Somehow, someway I'd save them. The basement was dark, cold, and damp. Boxes were piled up all over the place and everything had a layer of dust. We need to find a way out of here. No arguments here. They're gonna do something unspeakable to Sasha and Antoinette. We have to stop them. I tried the door. Of course it was locked, and it looked sturdier than the closet door. We probably couldn't break it open. We began searching around the basement for a way out. The windows were far too high up. Even stacking the boxes up didn't allow us to reach them. There has to be something we can use. Maybe something in the boxes can help us. We were running out of time. Each second we didn't get there counted against us. Ryker and I began opening box after box. Books, knickknacks, cleaning supplies, and often miscellaneous household items, and some bottles of water. Well, this is hopeless. Damn it! Well, honestly, what did we expect to have? A bomb? A bomb? A bomb? A bomb? We can make one. Suddenly we've turned to MacGyver. What? We can make a bomb. With this stuff? Yeah, I did it once before. Dad almost killed me for it. Ryker gave me a skeptical look, but I had no time wasting to explain it to him. I snatched up a few of the plastic bottles of water and dumped the water out. What are you doing? That's valuable. Would you rather be stuck here until they come to kill us? That shut him up. I pulled out all the aluminum foil and ripped into small pieces so I could stuff them into the empty bottles. Then I poured a small amount of toilet cleaner into them. Alright, stand back. I went to the door with my 5 homemade bottles. I shook them intensely, and set them down, and then got the heck out of there. Will this really work? Don't worry, it will. The bottles began to get cloudy on the inside and shake, then crackle, and expanded like they were swelling up. They kept expanding until they were twice as big as they were before. They looked like giant watermelons. They kept growing until all the gas could be contained in the bottles and they exploded. Ryker whistled. Okay, that was awesome. I ran over to the door, being extra careful to make sure I didn't get any toilet cleaner on my body. The last thing I wanted was to burn my skin away. I slammed against the door and it still didn't budge. Come on, help me. Right. With Ryker and I attacking the door together, and the damage it already took from the bombs, the powerful foe finally fell. Let's go save the girls. We crept through the house, wasting no time. We could hear them in one of the rooms upstairs. We raided our makeshift weapons we found on the way. Mine was a broom. Ryker had chosen a crowbar he found in the kitchen. We need some Gordon Freeman up in here. We peeked into the room. It was a large master suite that had a bedroom area, living area, and a bathroom area. We crossed the entrance area into the living area. We hid behind one of the fancy couches and looked on into the bedroom area. You won't get away with this. Sasha and Antoinette were on the bed. It appeared Sasha's hands had been tied. Antoinette seemed unharmed. She probably didn't put up any struggle. She looked like a lifeless doll that would obey any command given to her. Be quiet. My fingers dug into the couch as the man slapped Sasha. I'm gonna kill him. Easy, Tiger. We need to wait for a chance. They have a knife and a shotgun, remember? And what chance is that? Ryker and I spun around and looked straight at the barrel of the shotgun. Damn it. He was behind us in the bathroom part. Hands up, come on, join the show. We're about to have some fun. We glared at the man, but followed his command, and he led us into the bedroom area. Look what I found, some voyeurs. Come on, boys, if you want to watch that badly, we'll give you a ringside seat. The man tied our hands behind our backs. You touch Sasha and I'll cut you to pieces. Looks like this one is someone's girlfriend. The man licked Sasha's cheek. Yeah. Let's give him a special show, honey. Let go of me. Look at their faces. They want to kill us so badly. If only you weren't so weak and pathetic, right? Don't worry, boys. We won't leave you out completely. After we have some fun with the girls, you're gonna get your fun too. You'll pay for this. I'll kill you. The second man started to touch Sasha, but the other man stopped him. No, we'll save her for a second, just to prolong the kid's suffering. They went over to Antoinette. You killed them! You killed them! You killed them! She was mumbling that over and over and over again. Is something wrong with her? Don't know. And then I saw it from my position. She pulled out a dagger from her pocket. Ah, that's what she picked up earlier. You murderers! She stabbed the first man right in the chest. Or that's what she tried to do. He snatched up her arm and stopped her. Let me go, you murderers! Die! Die! Sorry, honey, I'm just a bit too strong. Only the strong survive in this world. The weak get used and broken, and then tossed to hell. You murdered my family. I'll never forgive you. The man slapped her in the face and threw her against the bed frame. Antoinette! Hold her down. I'm mad now. I struggled against the ropes. I had to break free. We had to figure out something. We had to stop this. Ryker, we have to act now, while they're not watching us. I know. Hold on, I have an idea. Hold on, buddy. Ryker leaned down and began to bite at the ropes tying my wrists. I was free. My eyes jumped from right to left, looking for anything I could use as a weapon. I didn't have time to be picky. I grabbed the fancy lamp on the end table. I took a deep breath and smashed it over the man with the knife's head. He fell to the ground with a thump. What the? You little punk. I dove at the man before he could aim the shotgun at me. I had to get the shotgun away from him. That was the only way we stood a chance. Evan, behind you! I tried to glance behind my shoulder. It seemed I didn't give the other thug a good enough smash. He grabbed me from behind and held my arms behind my back. That's a good hold. Yeah, that's good. Hold him there. I think he needs to be taught a lesson. How about a history lesson then? And then the man fell to the ground. What just happened? I was in shock. Standing behind where the man used to be was Tone. She was holding a newspaper in her hand. Where the hell did she come from? This is a weapon used in olden times, when people wanted to riot during soccer games. A Millwall brick, it's called. Who the heck? Oh, shut up. I heard a smash and crack of the bones breaking, and down my attacker fell. Reed twirled a chain lock in his hands. Reed, Tone! Hey, Evan, we watched you guys enter this house and not come out, so we came inside to investigate. The two men were crawling on the floor from pain. Hey, you said something about the weak will die while the strong survive. Reed took a small plastic bottle out of his pocket, then capped it and dumped the contents onto the struggling men. Be gone then, you weak beings. He took out a match and dropped it onto the men. They instantly burned to flames. Come on, let's go. Damn, I think they knew something that we didn't. We exited Antoinette's house and gathered in her garden. Reed took out a piece of paper from his pocket and unfolded it. It was a wanted poster with my picture on it. The reward was crazy. It was $5,000. It's funny because two things. One, $5,000 isn't like a whole bunch considering the amounts you could go to. And two, does money have any real purpose at this point in the world? After everything's pretty much ended? I don't know. Whew. Wow, man, you've got a crazy bounty now. We were worried over this. Reed held out his hand. Kogan? No. Evan? I don't expect you to trust us after what our mom did to you, but I want to make things right. I'm sorry. I looked at Reed's hand. This is more than just an apology handshake. I want to form an alliance with you. As long as you follow my orders, I'll protect you. He looked at Ryker, Sasha, and Antoinette. All of you. Ryker let out a sigh. Is it tough being the emotionless strong guy? I'll gladly let you go back into the role. It was wearing me out. Well, Evan, are we a team? I shook his hand. You bet. I looked around at everyone. We were all smiling, relieved for that moment. Maybe death wasn't the only thing for us. Maybe death wasn't the only way out of this nightmare. With all of us together like this, it felt like that was possible. That we were going to be okay. That nothing would stop us. We'd survive to see the light again. To be continued. There you have it. The end of Umbra Phase 1. So, yes. Tone survived the gunshot, and she made it, apparently. And now Reed is here as well. Although, yes, someone else did point out in chat, and I did notice, they were saying maybe the R could also be for Reed, because there's Retha, there's Ryker, who I thought because he was right there, but then there's also Reed, who I kind of forgot about since he wasn't in there at the moment. So maybe we should also be suspicious of him. There's no way to tell for certain. But it's kind of exciting. We got everyone together now, and who knows what'll happen. But yes, that's the end of Phase 1. And that's all for this playthrough of the game, I guess, as well. Until whenever the next part comes out, whenever that may be. And I know, just as things are coming together as well, damn it. And a special thanks to you. Yes, all of you watching this, and everyone, and everyone, and everyone. And thank you for reading Phase 1, yes. Do we get an extra scene, an epilogue? Oh, maybe we do. Let's see. But I will let you guys know that I do have a link to, I think it's, do I have it? Yes, to the lemmasoft forum thread on this game, in case you guys do want to check it out. And feel free to, if this intrigued you. It's a game that certainly had its ups and downs, and I don't know, like I said, despite some of the more janky moments of the game, I'm very interested in seeing what happens to the rest of the story. So hopefully they do release another part, and we get to see what happens. But yeah, some odd messages at the end, and I guess that's all we have to go on until the next one. We are all on a journey. We are all wayfarers. Phase 2, Wayfarers. And whenever that may come out, I have no clue. I guess I'll have to keep an eye out for it. Where will your journey lead? Hopefully to somewhere with light. One can hope. But that is all for Phase 1. Once again, I'll give a thanks to everyone who stayed around and watched this. Once again, check out the links in the description if you want to check out the thread for this game and maybe give it a shot yourself, although it is kinetic, so if you watched all this playthrough, you pretty much saw what there is to offer. But feel free to leave a comment and support the devs if you liked what you saw, I guess. Leave them a complimentary comment if you enjoyed it, or leave them your feedback on things you thought could have been improved, if you so choose to, I guess. But that'll wrap it up for now. Once again, thanks to all, and take care.